welcome to the finale of Doomy Terminal. So, I have a...
Dooney Terminal.
Alright, so going into the first phase of this boss fight here, I have a bit of an oopsie because I did not realize something. The game kind of changes the rules on you, and your Crucible ammo and BFG ammo will eventually respawn.
Really?
So I died too much, and I was like, okay, screw it, I'm recording, I'll take the let's power you up armor for a little bit.
The Sentinel armor?
Yeah.
That's
Which honestly, I think this, the first phase of the boss is much harder than the second phase, because you're in a much smaller space.
Yeah, the arena in the first phase is kind of brutal.
The other problem is that very early on, what you don't realize is that he will spawn in enemies infinitely. But it's the same animation stuff as the Archvile. So you'll initially think that, oh crap, there's an Archvile here, I need to kill him immediately, and you're running around forever trying to find the Archvile, and there isn't one.
Yeah, this fight, I think once you know what to do, it's alright, but it doesn't exactly communicate how it works, because, like, all around the arena are refills for your Crucible, BFG, the Blood Punch, and that's really helpful, and they respawn infinitely. But it doesn't tell you that.
It doesn't tell you that, and that's not how the game has worked the entire time beforehand, so you don't expect it to do that.
Yeah, I get you.
So, it's one of those, okay, I'll use what I can, and then start hoarding.
It kind of feels like that would only have really worked if they had previous points in the game where there were respawning refills for that stuff, and they had a slightly different icon for them.
Or just a better way to communicate it, yeah.
Yeah, again, like, I think once you know that, it's a pretty, in my opinion, a pretty fun boss fight.
Yeah, it's one of those cases where half the difficulty comes from an aspect being obtuse and it not being quite so easy to figure it out naturally without being told by someone like I was just told. So now that you've told me, thank you for that, by the way, I will have absolutely no problem playing this boss when I finally get this game. But, yeah.
So basically you have to
Robo-abs.
deal with enemies until he gets in range and then shoot him?
Well, no, you can shoot him anytime you want.
Okay.
Yeah, so the goal during the first phase is just to break off all 8 pieces of his armor.
Okay.
But the problem, the thing is, you're in a very confined, like, apartment space, so there's not a lot of room to avoid stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially depending on what demons he decides to spawn in. Like, God help you if he puts in whiplashes.
Yeah, so, like, it's really weird. The way that the fight works is that, like, you might have heard just a minute there, that, like, sort of distorted sound effect that he just made. That's him switching up what demons he spawns, and every time he does that, it will randomly select 3 heavy demons to spawn, which is why you're seeing a bunch of the same 3 demons during this wave.
Oh yeah, and they're all big beefy dudes.
Yeah. And then during the second phase, it throws a super heavy in there.
Yeah, but the difference is on the second phase, you're in a much bigger area, so it's much easier to avoid things.
The second phase is much easier to deal with because the arena feels a lot more balanced.
Okay.
So yeah, for this first phase of the boss fight, I got to use the Sentinel armor, which heavily reduces damage. Because I didn't realize how it worked yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Well, you have the armor, you might as well use it.
So is the armor, like, in easy mode, effectively?
Sorta, but it's only for the checkpoint area in which you need it.
It's only, you only have the option to use it during boss fights if you die to it many times. It's kind of like a super player feature, sort of, with how it's given to you.
Okay.
Except it's not playing the game for you, it's just making it so that you don't die as fast.
I think that I would prefer
Because the game
that
realizes you... Yeah, because the game realizes you're out of lives and you're not getting any more, so...
Yeah, I feel like I would prefer that as opposed to, let's beat the game for you, stupid frickin' Donkey Kong Country Returns.
In the Switch port, Luigi comes out and finishes the game.
Oh, Oh man, it's just like
Lip
I
and tear, lip and tear.
one of my favorite memes is the three solutions to any problem. It's just like give up, try again, call Luigi.
Call Luigi.
Call Luigi.
Oh god.
Well, this.
You know what? I have not tried Mario Maker like again in forever. Wow.
Well, 'cause-
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it lost the magic of the first game, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you added some cool stuff, but at this point, everyone was kind of done with it.
Yeah, I think you know what? I think the thing for me is that playing individual stages doesn't do anything for me.
Whoa!
I think it's part of the reason why I don't really care for Mario 3D World or 3D Land, is because those are like, look at all these cool individual levels, and I'm like, neat, I guess. I prefer a cohesive experience. And they did add worlds to Mario 3D.
But the problem is no one's going to, I mean, I'm sure some people are, but the vast majority of people are not going to be designing worlds. They're going to be designing levels and just stringing them together.
Yeah, which is not as cool. So.
Which to be fair to 3D Land makes a bit more sense on its design philosophy because it's a small handheld system.
Here's my thing about Mario Maker. I don't think it needs to stay in the same uber awesome meme status that it has maintained for the last while to remain active. And in fact, I think that overall, the game and the levels that are produced for it in particular will be more enjoyable when there is substantially less of that I'm just playing this because it's a meme, I'm gonna make a goddamn Kaizo level bullshit going on because people picked it up for like 2 days and just threw together whatever they wanted and then wanted to share it on social media or whatever. Most of the people...
Do you like when you start a level and a thwomp hits you from the sky that you can't anticipate?
Not really. Just overall, I think the quality of the experience for everyone involved will be more enjoyable when it is just the dedicated fans making the levels and the people who are interested in jumping into quality levels playing the game.
There he goes.
Hopefully it's more like that now.
I mean, there's something to be said for the amount of time it's spent in that meme status, because that burst of hyper popularity is what got the word out there and got a lot of people.
And here comes the giant fist!
Oh god!
You know what I love though? The fact that they need tutorial pop-ups to demonstrate how to fight the final boss. Really?
I mean, for the first phase, it's fine, but they didn't need to do it for the second phase because we already know how to do it already.
I know how to shoot a thing and eviscerate the flesh from the bones. You don't need to show me.
I do think that it's kind of cool that they incorporated the demon gore system into the boss fight.
Hey, look, it's a Halo 4 launch pad again.
Also, Lewis, you can turn off hints if you want.
Yeah.
I know you can turn off hints, but even if you got hints on, tutorial messages for the final boss, really? You couldn't find some better way to communicate how to fight the final boss than just giving it a tutorial message that solves the problem for you.
I guess.
If they were going to do
really
that,
weird.
they might as well have just used the tutorial message to tell you that the things respawn.
Yeah, right?
So it's like they screwed up in both directions somehow simultaneously.
It's a bit silly, yes.
And it's
But yeah, the so-called difficulty of this phase is that since we're in an open area, he can be on any four sides of the building, which, okay, I don't care, he's a giant behemoth, it's easy to see him.
You're being too ambitious, Ryan. It's only 3 sides.
Oh, it's only 3?
That's
Why
the difference in
only
the
3?
world. Because one's covered up. The one that he's looking at right now, he can't show up on that side.
Neat, I guess.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that it's not that bad. It's only 3 sides.
Also, it's not like it's hard to find this guy.
Yeah.
oh boy.
And the body parts also have way more health in this phase, which can make it drag on a bit. Also,
So do
he
you
has
have
that
to
fucking orbital laser move.
So do you have to shoot all the different body parts until they
Again.
are only...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same
Fleshy
thing,
bits?
except you're pulling the flesh, or not pulling, but shooting the flesh off of his bones and all that.
Cool. And then do we have to shoot his bones off his bones?
No.
No, and then you
This
gotta
is it.
take out the brain.
Oh, okay.
And no, John Romero is not in there.
Ah. I was hoping
that
he
was
would
like-
be. I was hoping John Romero would be in there, like the Titans from Attack on Titan or something.
Remember that was like one of the earliest things I saw about the game after it came out was like, no, John Romero's head is not inside the Icon of Sin.
Ah.
Like,
Wait, what is this rumor from?
okay, so
It's a
in
thing
the
from Doom 2.
original classic Doom 2, the Icon of Sin is the final boss, and
But he's just a head with a cube.
Yeah, so the way that the game works, they couldn't actually have an enemy that's a giant wall. So what they did was they had this tiny hole for the brain, put a texture over it, but like projectiles and stuff could go through it, and they needed something to put there that could actually take damage. And so one of the devs working on it, not even telling John Romero, like just took this image of John Romero's head, put it on a spike, and then just put it back there as the enemy that takes the damage for the boss fight. So if you fight the boss and then no clip into the head, it's just John Romero's head on a stick.
How long did it take for them to find that out?
Oh, not very long. John Romero found out and then recorded a very famous line for the game that's played backwards when you start the boss fight. But when you play it backwards, it says, "To win the game, you must kill me, John Romero." And that was his way of telling the team that he knows about the little secret they made.
Cool.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of old games do things like that for 3D.
Yeah.
There was a weird wave of, like, after Doom 2, there was a weird wave of final bosses with backwards speech that would say, like, "To win the game, you must kill me," and then the creator of the game. Like,
Oh,
It became a developer meme for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing
okay.
about developers, programmers. They're all huge nerds, and they have huge nerd senses of humor, and it manifests in ways like that.
It's kind of like how every immersive sim game has to have the passcode of 0451 in it.
What is that a reference to?
I believe it started as a reference to Fahrenheit 451.
Yes,
okay.
because you
but
could
then-
burn. Because as god of the game, you could burn whatever you wanted.
But then, like, other games would, like, System Shock popularized it, I believe, and then other games would add it to their game as the first passcode you do because they liked System Shock, so they made that the first code in the game.
A reference to a reference to a reference.
Yeah, and it's still
The
going
memes,
on.
Jack. The memes.
The newest Prey, it's the first code you get in that game.
Yeah.
They're still making Prey.
Oh, yeah, well, sort of.
We've went on this tangent
Sort of.
before.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
just joking.
Oh, boy.
Wow, this fight's still going.
Yeah, because I'm not very good at it. Like I said, I'm not really sure what I'm doing.
fine. I just, like, I had that realization of, oh, we're still going.
Yeah, it's definitely...
I'm going to unmake you.
Wait, are you spelling it like with a Y or some shit?
Damn, bro, that's kind of cringe.
That the Y doesn't appear unless you're saying maker, not just make. What?
Oh yeah, the Y appears after the K.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, you keep falling backwards off of ledges here.
It gets me away from them, so what do I care? Oh, he summons Meteor.
Oh, okay.
Of course he
I
does.
summon Fist.
Okay, everybody, let's go to the bathroom while this cutscene's playing.
Of course he has the fuck off Kefka's tower laser shooting out of his head.
Yes. Also, I just find it really funny how this phase starts with the "Here comes the giant fish" thing, and that was like part of the promo material. It's like you literally showed
Yeah.
the last part of the
They-
final boss in your promo material.
They put that in the fucking launch trailer. because there was all this speculation of like, oh man, is the Icon of Sin going to be in the game? And then the fucking launch trailer just opens with a shot of the Icon of Sin.
Man, trailers spoil too much these days. Way too much.
What do you mean for our,
Yeah.
what do you mean for a big 20th anniversary game? We're going to reveal the post-game content before it comes out, and it's an aged up red and blue
Wait, did they? Oh, for Sun and Moon.
for Sun and Moon. Yeah,
The Pokemon thing just happened today, and I'm like, did they bring back Red and Blue again?
no.
But it's
Well, I mean, they appeared in the music video, but everyone appeared in the music video.
yeah, it's like that was so lame because there
That
was
would've been
so
great.
cool if it was a surprise. I mean, they learned not to spoil everything in Sun and Moon.
Well, there was nothing to spoil at that point.
You've lost your spoiler privileges.
Well, this is a boss and it's still going on.
Like I said, I didn't know what I was doing. So laugh at my ineptitude.
Okay.
Does the only having one green tip left mean that you need to do a whole other round?
No, that
That is the last. That
means-
means it's the last health bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how many health bars are left. So he only has one health bar left.
Yeah. So at this point in the fight, I've shot everything a lot of times, but I hadn't quite killed it yet.
Okay.
So I had done a lot of damage, but I hadn't really progressed on the body parts, which is how you're supposed to actually speedrun it.
Focus on one body part at a time.
No, actually, it's to do a lot of damage and not quite kill him because he gets more aggressive as more body parts.
Oh, so
Explode.
you sort of
Okay.
In the
you sort of
in the
bumblefucked your way
first
into an
phase.
effective way to not get killed here.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. In the first phase, he has like this really long animation that plays every time a piece of his armor breaks, and even if you break another piece of armor while that animation is still going, it will wait till the animation stops and then do another animation for that piece breaking. So if you're fast enough and you could break all the pieces, like the first phase, you do need, or it is better to just focus on one piece at a time, because if you're fast enough, you could just basically stun lock the entire first phase.
There's something.
But then with this one,
there's something
with
inherently
this one, he doesn't
stupid about
react.
being able to stun lock an enemy that is literally 500 times your size.
Hey guys! Hey, wait! Stop that, guys! Why are you doing that?
Oh, my pinky hurts.
It's like if you were playing some epic sequel to Mr. Mosquito, and the final boss was the head of the household, and
What
you
the
could trigger.
fuck is Mr. Mosquito?
And you could.
Oh, you
You
never heard
haven't
of
seen
Mr.
it?
Mosquito?
No.
What?
It's great.
Alright,
You-
I'm looking this up right now.
It's a PS2 game.
It's a PS2 game where you play as a mosquito and you try to suck the blood of a bunch of people in
In a house.
Oh, that game.
Yes, that game.
I thought that was a meme, like not
No.
It is a meme.
Well, I mean, it is a meme, but it is a real game, yes.
Oh, my god.
It was a different time where game
lot
developers
of-
were
Oh, I
willing to
don't
make.
like the Japanese box art at all.
Oh wait, hold on. I actually don't know what the Japanese box.
Probably
art for
something
Mr. Mosquito
perverted.
looks like. I mean, I'm sure.
There's two versions of it. There's one that's just a close-up of a foot with a mosquito on it, and another one of a close-up of a woman's face with a mosquito on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, there's that. Okay, yeah, there's. I see the. Oh yeah, that. Oh god, that's.
I don't
Wait,
like
is that a
this.
Mr. Mosquito 2? Did they make a Mr. Mosquito 2? Hold on.
Yeah, Mr. Mosquito 2. Let's go to Hawaii. You uncultured fuck.
The
Oh, says the person who didn't know the game was real until 2
Yeah,
minutes
you're-
ago.
Shut up, okay?
Which body part haven't I killed yet? Oh, it's the torso.
The belly button.
And he's
Hey,
dead.
bro, you got some lint in your belly butt. Okay.
And he's dead.
yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan
killed
of,
your we killed your top half.
I'm not the biggest fan of the final blow being in a pre-animated cutscene. But whatever.
Yeah, it's a little bit less climactic.
Take a sword to the brain, you goat.
Oh, and
Man.
you broke your thing again.
Well, it's so we could keep the blade in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because didn't we have to take it out in order to
Yeah,
this
Or to
to
do
a
one,
different
yeah.
thing?
Because like there was another giant that was like, if you take the blade out, it might come back to life, and so he's like, okay, I'll just break it off and make a new one, and then we do the same here. I wonder if that means we'll need to forge a new one in the DLC.
Maybe.
That's a
But that's
Cool.
that's Doom Eternal. I will probably not be doing the DLC because, as I've shown, I'm not good at anything too challenging in this game.
Can I do it?
Sure, if you want.
Wow, I didn't think that would work.
It's not easy to convince Ryan to let you do the work for him. Not hard, I should say.
So yeah, this is the ending. This is it.
Your strength will be their
Cool.
their sword. You remain.
So, like, the world's still screwed, though, right? Like, there's-
No,
No.
Act-
See, all the fire lakes went away.
Also, Earth is actually safe in this ending, yes.
Oh god, the moon is fucked.
yeah, the
Eggman!
the moon's blown up. Billions of people are dead. The entire society is destroyed. Do we care about these things?
I'm pissing
All's
on the...
well that ends well, huh?
The entire planet's been fucking destroyed.
Oh.
But yeah, I skipped the credits because they go way too long.
Yeah.
But we get to go
There-
back to our
There is a special scene that plays if you don't skip the credits.
It's like
But
5
it's,
seconds, so...
yeah, it's not a big deal.
What happens?
Are you showing off what I think you're about to show off?
I'm gonna go play Doom.
Yes.
Oh?
Gonna go play Doom while playing Doom.
What, they just have a Yakuza-style, like, arcade machine or something that plays
Yeah,
it?
you have an old DOS PC in your man cave.
So, you know those cheat codes that you've been collecting in the form of floppy disks?
Yeah.
Well, if you have enough floppy disks, you can install Doom on your computer.
And if you insert a password, you can play Doom too.
Nice.
And fun fact, these games, like Doom 1 and 2, are actual full WAD files
you
that
can-
you
you
can
can-
replace
you can
with
play-
other WAD files.
And they're like gonna play the whole game on them.
Wait,
Yep.
so, can I play, like, Brutal Doom in here?
Yes.
No, Brutal
Oh.
Doom is actually a different type of
Aw.
mod. So, unfortunately not, but
But you could play
some
level packs
mods
and
you can.
stuff. All the...
Yeah, you could basically play level
Can
packs.
I play Chex Quest in Doom Eternal?
Actually, probably.
Yo, let's do it.
That
BrainScratch
would be
comes.
the best shit.
We need to do the Chex Quest playthrough in Doom Eternal, so you just see like the hellscape on Earth in the background. Just fun. Doom guy, aren't you gonna stop the demons? Nah, bro, I
Chex
gotta
Quest.
play my cereal.
No,
cereal
I
box
need
game.
cereal.
Oh,
I got
God.
got slime monsters to Zorch.
what?
Zorch. I forgot that they used the term Zorch.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a non-violent cereal box game. So instead of guns, you
So
have
they
like
can't
these
kill-
teleporter remotes. So you Zorch the enemy away to some other location.
Cool.
So that was Doom Eternal, based on recent news. Basically, getting bought out. Who knows what Doom Reboot 3 is going to be, if it ever happens, but
Oh, I hope they bring back Doom 3's flashlight.
no.
Well, whatever the case, Xbox might have some decent exclusives next year.
We will have
Right.
to see.
But hey, thanks for having me on. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for showing up and not
Yeah.
running screaming after 20 seconds.
No, I've been a fan of the channel since like 2011. I've been watching for a while. So coming on here is really cool. I never thought I'd actually get the chance.
Well,
Your standards are very low.
Wait a minute, you were 14. That means you were 14 when you started watching us.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna be like, if you're one of the 8-year-olds that were watching, I would have been, but no, 14's fine. There's a difference.
well, it's been great having you.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, so that was Doom Eternal. We will see you all in the next playthrough.
Yep. Later.
Woo.